Hi everyone, it's Jordan Touche back with Pride No Affection. I want to ask you a quick question. How many of you find it easy when you're in the Walmart or the grocery store or whatever and you have to ask an associate for some help on finding something, and you find it a lot more easier to approach them like this? Yeah, well, I definitely do. That's for sure. It definitely takes the anxiety and the fear and nervousness away from maybe that person thinking that what I'm about to ask might be silly, stupid, or whatever. We all know how those thoughts like to penetrate. So, I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not going to talk about these masks per se. I'm going to talk about our psychological masks that we wear and personality masks that we wear to deflect certain things. And some people might ask, how do people see you? Or how do you think people see you? And I would say, well, to start with family, I think that they would probably say that I'm the jokester, the prankster, and I just really use a lot of humor. And then if anybody would say, oh, how do your friends view you? I would say they probably view me as the leader and confident and probably persuasive. And if they asked me how my coworkers viewed me, I would have to say confident and persuasive, just because in many settings they have seen outcomes where I've had to use both of those. Now, when it comes to wearing these certain masks, the psychological masks, I would have to say that a lot of this came from learning it as a child and learning how to adapt to certain situations. Now, everybody's different. So, in my situations, as I've said in my other videos, I had some things happen when I was a child, and I learned at an early age how to wear masks. And I did it to avert the direct path of intimacy, because I always feared that everybody was either out to get me or they would learn that I was scared or something. Now, these boil down to like joker, prankster. I used a lot of humor and a lot of funny things. I would do a lot of funny things to deflect any kind of intimacy. So we could be sitting there having a full-on conversation about something. As soon as it starts to get into here, when I was younger, I would just say it like a stupid joke, like what do you call a twitchy cow? Beef jerky, because that would just avert everything from what I didn't want people to see. And when it came to my friends and certain situations, it would be anything that I could do to keep myself in an above position, to where I would almost delegate certain things to deflect any kind of intimacy yet again. Coworkers, it would be definitely like the persuasive side, just because selling bullshit to somebody sometimes can be kind of easy. And that's where the persuasiveness would come out, because I would persuade the conversation into something else. But let's talk about us, me, anybody being our true selves. And what does that mean to be true to ourselves? Well, I'm just gonna say that my real personality traits today that I accept, is that I'm fun, affectionate, caring, loving, funny, empathetic, and compassionate. And, I learned a lot of this by having a daughter, especially with many things that she does teaches me how to be a little empathetic, but also to be empathetic with myself, because when I watch her, I see how true to herself she is being, and I think how fun that can be to be true to myself and learn these things from a 6-year-old girl is pretty cool. So, most importantly, I would like to address one of my biggest personality traits, and that's vulnerability. And I'm learning that. I can't say I learned it because I'm learning it every day. I'm learning how to be vulnerable by simply having a willingness to be open and learn. And what I mean by that is simply accepting the here and now that is in front of me, and also understanding my thoughts and feelings, so I am not only being genuine to myself, but also being genuine to others, so that I can, take the masks off. And then if somebody asks me a question like, Jordan, how you feeling today? I can really sit and look at myself internally and understand that, okay, maybe I'm a little anxious today. Well, why am I anxious? Because I gotta make a video. Why? Well, because I want to make a video because it's fun and it's exciting to tell the world about how I feel and how I'm learning a new path of living. And instead of, the old me putting on the old mask, the funny mask, and being like, oh yeah, guess what? We could go do this and have some fun. Look at me, ha ha ha, real good. Instead, I don't have to wear any mask, and it's a real sense of freedom. And I just challenge anybody to ask themselves, what masks have I worn? What mask do I wear right now? And how can I let go of this mask? How can I take this mask off and really, truly be genuine to myself? Today, I accept the challenge.